All right, JB first out of the gate with a double red and some place to put it. Always a good thing. In fact, a lot of doubles on this board for JB. Meanwhile, Cat Pants out of the gate as well, and not going to have as much use for yellow, but past that, not a terrible board for her.
Yeah, there's not much yellow overall, but considering there's 22 pills and there's 5 yellow, you probably want to have a couple more, but it's not too bad. But right now, JB is wishing that there was more red on the board because right now he's just got popsicle on his board, just blue and yellow, and hopefully he'll get a whole bunch of blue shortly. In the meantime, over on Twitch at Cat Pants, they are getting a fair amount of blue and just completely cutting apart the blue that is under there. They're soon going to have a mostly red board if they're not careful here, but looking pretty good right now, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And in case it's not completely obvious to all of our fans out there, JB did end up in an ad break. So we're going to be catching up with his stream here in just a little bit. But meanwhile, we do have Cat Pants to watch. And yeah, she's definitely shown a lot of improvement over the last few months. These placements are just spot on, and that's what we like to see. Let's see if she gets this lightning rod, gets it. That is a great looking play. Just needs four more red to be able to get out of this board, and would love for her to get out at a sub 145.
Yeah, as a phrase that she herself has used, I'd say her skill has become rather crazy pants as of late. She has just improved with leaps and bounds every month, and the fact that she's this close to being in the finals says just that, in my opinion. And she is out into her level 7. It's about a 145 there, and making quick work the top line. Again, not a lot of room for yellow, which is a little unfortunate considering how common it comes up, but she's doing a good job in using the yellow garbage she's getting to help her set up for additional combos.
Thank you to Ramsey, who is keeping an eye on JB's stream for us until we get him back. He says that JB was at about a 130, and that is a great time for this bracket. You see, JB is about 6 viruses ahead, and looking for some horizontals down at the bottom of the board. Oh, that yellow, not where he wanted to place it, but maybe it is. Maybe he's looking for a fat log and is going to work for it. Nope, is not going to do that as he took out the double yellow, but is actually now going to set up for a fat log and get it. There it is. Big fat log from JB to stay at least 1 virus ahead of Twitch Cat Pants.
Yeah, who, by the way, is doing a pretty nice job of keeping all colors available, which made her board look a little up and down a little bit, but she's done a good job making almost all of her viruses easily available. This is going to make an additional red down there and probably going to take that out so she can go for a horizontal blue, I am guessing. But right now, this is looking like a very good board for both people here. In fact, there isn't a horizontal for JB right along the bottom of the board, which will very easily give him opportunity to take out the blues here. In fact, he'll take out a blue right there horizontally. It means he just needs, after this double yellow, he just needs 3 blue and he will be out. While Cat Pants is looking at Doc going, hey, can I have some red, please, right about now? That would be nice. And there is red. Needs one more red to clear out the blue there and just need 3 blue and it'll be out. But JB is out first at a 347.
Yeah, Cat Pants getting to that point, of course, needing a blue and therefore gets red blitzed. And the worst thing about a red blitz in that position, as she's at a 354, is that you know for a fact that at least one pill after the red blitz, you're still not going to get what you need because it's going to be a red yellow. As she starts in on this, and gotta wonder if she's going to set up for just set those four yellow reds up horizontal and kind of stack everything up over the top that you need. That's the right play there. Is going to get that knocked out. And JB working a little high on the board, gets everything kind of worked down, but he's going to need some blue. And man, it's just he had a T setup and lost the T setup, but it's just not a pleasant board for him. We'll see if he can get through that bit. Is going to get this and get everything kind of moving along. And remind me, is Cat Pants from Canada?
I actually do not know that. I
I believe she is, in which case this makes two Canadian opponents in a row for JB, as he is trying to take down two-thirds of our Canadian contingent here in the silver bracket.
Looks like Cat Pants done a great job. I was going to say that they were having a bad board as well as the sheer amount of red they have in the board. They've taken about half the red off the board, which, considering that they still have seven of them, that's to say how many that they had at one particular point. But they've done a remarkable job at keeping this that they're only down by well, about eight viruses right now. Just it was not the best of boards, but you have to work with what you're given, and Cat Pants has done a great job with that. As JB is out at a 550 going into level 9.
Yeah, Catpan's just doing her best to kind of get through this, and not doing a half bad job of it. Just needs a little bit more to get out here. Gonna need some blues, gonna need some reds. And again, I gotta wonder if she's gonna set it up vertically. She does not, but gonna get a double red to bail her out. As JB already down to 30 viruses. And so that's about a 10 virus lead as we open this final level of the board, or of the level block. And both players just kind of struggling here up at the top of the board. And Cat Pants is getting fancy on us. Let's see if it's going to work. There it is. Uh, she just goes ahead for the straight single clear. Had actually a T clear, but that would have caused some garbage. So, all things considered, doing well to stay within that 10 virus difference is Cat Pants, as JB down to just 18, but almost all of it there on that right hand side.
Yeah, he has a lot there. The biggest thing that's been slowing down Cat Pants is I think in every single level of this first match, she has had either a lack of yellow or no yellow access at all on the top of the board and gotten a bunch of yellow early on, which has really hindered her and kept her from really putting off the performance that we know she's capable of. But beautiful fat log there to make it within six. And who knows, this might be a very close one here, especially with all those viruses still in 7 and 8 for JB. He's got a little bit of work cut out for him, and Cat Pants is trying to rain on the potential victory parade that JB was hoping for.
Yeah, and I'll say JB is out of trouble now, but for a hot minute there, I was really concerned about him because he's playing on high speed, and it's not, Tetris fast, but it is still it can be really difficult to get your viruses or your pills over whenever your viruses are stacked up pretty high on the board. It doesn't really matter what your skill level is at a certain point. You just have to get the pills tapped over fast enough. And I was really worried for JB there. And really, he's gonna have to get. He's gonna need some yellow, and it's not coming for him. Uh, there's literally nothing he can work with but yellow. There it is, out at an 842, but by 6 seconds, it is Cat Pants out first. So just man, what a great ending to that first level block there, Sarge.
And a great show of sportsmanship there by JB, giving the thumbs up and applauding Cat Pats on a really great match. At times may not look it because of how those pills were coming, but it really made for an exciting match. They had to work a lot around garbage and do some very creative combos, and I think it made for a very exciting match.
Yeah, JB real upset with that red blitz, and I can't say I blame him. All right, so we've got a ready from Cat Pants, and once we got a ready from JB, we will start this thing again. And yeah, it's sometimes, and it always does seem to be the red blitzes that get you. But there is the ready from JB as well. Here we go. It's three, two, one, and pills.
Looking at this
Nice
first
board.
board, it's a little bit better with the lack of Not a lot of blue, just enough in there for to help out with a few pills, but it's a pretty nice board early on. While I'm sure Cat Pants is happy with the sheer amount of yellow that she's seeing at the top of her board for once.
Yeah, it's a nice board for cat pants. JB having to do a little maneuvering around. Would love to see just a whole bunch of red yellows for him, but he has definitely got his eyes set on this triple. Is going to pull it off right there. Says not even going to wait for anything. Not going to wait for anything ideal. Just get it off the board. And so far so good there. I love this horizontal setup. Is going to go ahead and take it. I believe if he dropped those double reds there, it would have taken it as well. But either way, get the stuff off the board as quickly as you can. Meanwhile, as we look at Cat Pants, she's showing 7 viruses behind right now, but that is, of course, just based on where they started. She does have about a 10-second timer advantage for having started a little bit later.
Yeah, right now the only issue she has left is for the most part, really, is the number of viruses in column one. She's going to take the yellows in between it, but that's a little bit too far apart to try and take out all at once. So she'll have to take those two viruses out separately, which right now it looks like I'm trying to figure out what JB. Oh, he's waiting for a double yellow. That's what he was doing, and out at a 138. And did somebody like put a hole, like a hill underneath JB's level 7 before they built it? Because that's a pretty interesting gap there at the bottom of his board.
Yeah, you get a hole for one level, usually not that surprising. But this is he's got 5 viruses on the bottom 3 rows of his board. That is very strange. It's one of the weirdest looking. It looks like a Space Invaders characters. We see Cat Pants out at just south of 2 minutes. And she definitely wants to be moving forward here in this board. But yeah, it's an 8 virus lead for JB, but it's such a weird board shape.
Maybe it is Space Invaders because it seems like the less pills he has in the board, the faster he's playing.
Well, there you go. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Right now, there's a lot of blue on near the top of Cat Patsy's board. Thankfully, she has been getting a lot of blue, which has allowed her to, for the most part, just get rid of this problem before it could become one. But now she's got a different problem of mostly red, so now she's hoping for a lot of red. Well, JB got a nice way to get a horizontal blue there down over on row two. The fact that there was nothing on the bottom of his board actually is playing to his advantage, interestingly enough.
Yeah, he had a real shucky darn moment there as he overtucked one of his blues, and it put it in a nice clean spot. But unfortunately, he didn't want a nice clean spot. He wanted it to work, and is not what kind of happened there. But yeah, still holding on to a 5 virus lead is JB, although he's going to have to do an underclear here. And sometimes ability to count to 3 can be compromised in these situations, but not a problem for him as he's going to tuck that down out at a 347.
Yeah, I know a little bit about that failure to count high enough. I had a few of those earlier today, but right now it looks like it's just a few red, one, two, three, four reds in total that Cat Pants will need to get out of this level, and looks like going to be doing it red blue style. Let's get this last one here, and they will be out at a 402, and that places him right now about 5 viruses behind JB Henry, who I don't think has. Oh, really, neither one of them have a really great combo heavy board. The pills are not paired up all that well for the most part for any real easy combinations.
Yeah, JB, as you see, with a little bit of a struggle there, but is able to avoid topping out. Not a high risk, but it certainly was a kind of a medium risk situation there as everything, kind of starts working out for him. Let's see if he decides to go horizontal on that blue, decides not to. That would have killed off one bit of that double yellow or double blue garbage that he had. Instead, he just takes care of it single piece. And yeah, he's in a fairly good position, I'd say. But just four viruses ahead of Cat Pants, who has really just been taking charge in this board. And she wants to win this in two.
Unfortunately, she could not rotate a pill quickly enough over in column 1, so now she's having to do some, careful maneuvering to try getting that blue out, which I'm assuming she's gonna try taking out horizontally to give her, better access over there, which is giving, JB Henry a bit of a chance to take an advantage. There it is, but now she's got all that garbage in the top of columns, 3 and 4 that's gonna slow her down as well, while JB just needs one more red, one more yellow, and they will be out at 5:59. Don't hit the reset button. Right. Meanwhile, over on Cat Pants' side, they're working on a nice blue over there, horizontal over on row 2, and managed to knock most things down, clean up most of the mess they had from that misdrop earlier. Ook, it's looking like she'll be out of here pretty shortly.
Yeah, but it may be all she wrote for Cat Pants on this game as JB is really finding his pace here on this board. Just has a little bit of garbage, and really it's been tied to lack of red access. Now it's lack of yellow access. But you got to think that the position that he's in, he's got to be pretty satisfied if he could just, if he's watching, then he knows where he is and knows that he doesn't have to push quite as hard, take nearly as many risks. But yeah, it's been a good board for him as Cat Pants. Still just trying to get through to the bottom of this one. Is going to get a nice T clear there. That is not an easy one to see. And is going to get a lightning bolt to finish everything out at a 705.
Yeah, but they are 26 viruses behind the world. This board has a few really nice horizontal possibilities, taking 2 or 3 viruses out at once. It's going to be pretty difficult that unless some major issue happens over on JB's side, like a game crash or something. This one is going to be JB's as he just needs one more red, two more blue. There's one, there's the other. They are out at a 746.
All right. So I believe the crows are calling, and they are calling from our Dr. Mario. So that means it's decider time. So get your call in the chat because well, that's exactly what we're getting.
JB looks a little relieved that it was a little nerve-wracking off and on there with how that one was going, but he managed to persevere, do a really great job, and we're going to be seeing how things go in this final match as Cat Pants resets. And of course, the winner of this will be playing in the final just a few minutes after this match ends.
Yeah, and considering that Archer Lewis is in the UK, you gotta wonder if these players are not just didn't just say, "Hey, let's make it a best of one and let's push it as late as possible so that Archer has to deal with a very late time." So JB's got his timer reset and is ready. Cat Pants also giving us a ready. Here we go.
Midnight where they are. It's not overly late. If you're a gamer, this is when you just wake up, isn't it?
Could very well be as both players get started, and JB has the option for a nice build here. Took one variant of it, and yeah, everything working out for him. Meanwhile, Cat Pants already getting hamstrung a little bit by the RNG. It's just not ideal pills for the placements that she's got, but is going to get this high yellow off the board. That's a good thing because that yellow pill or that yellow virus could have been really dangerous for her later on if she did not get the yellows that she needed.
But again, she's running into the problem she's had in so many levels in these matches, and that is that she had to really work to get to yellow viruses. And again, she got a lot of yellows early on that for a while she didn't really have great places for, and it's given JB a chance to get. Well, it's only a two virus lead. It is a lead, and any lead that is a good one. And he still has good access to all of his colors, so I'm sure he would be a little bit happier to get better access to those yellows on column on left hand side on columns 1 and 2. But he should have access to them there. He just needs six yellows because it's not really an easy way to take those both out at the same time, unless he goes for a very complicated T. But it looks he's going to go for a horizontal here, or is he going to go for a T just to mess with me here? Oh,
We'll find
right
out
now
later.
though, yeah, right now Cat Pants just needs a couple more blue, and we'll be out of this level. Just needs one more at the top there and one more at the bottom, and they will be out at. Come on, Doc, give us those blues. There's one, and there's the other be out at a 157.
All right, so you can see we had to switch over a little bit for JB just to block out that commercial break as streaming is a thing. Don't really like the layout of his level. He's got just kind of minimal access to red, and a lot of it was covered up. Meanwhile, Cat Pants trying to work through some tougher bits herself. She would love to see a double red blitz as much as possible, as there is just so much red high up on this board. But so far, wish not coming true, and you got to wonder, when all those reds are going to show up. But check out this combo. That is a big one for Cat Pants. It's going to take her down to 15 and within 5 of the lead.
I was a little nervous when seeing that because we've seen once already this month a game crash and a lot of viruses being taken off, but it wasn't enough. But it still got me just a little hesitant, hoping that it wouldn't happen. Right now, over on JB's side, I think they are out of yellow viruses now. They just have red and blue, and what a beautiful combo that was to take a whole bunch of viruses off. After this red, though, they'll have, after this blue, excuse me, they will have nothing but red viruses left, and they're fairly scattered. They're going to take a fair amount of work to get them done. But right now, it looks like it might be, actually, it could be a very close, could be practically a tie coming out of this level with how close these two are, Ook.
Yeah, JB decides not to go for the horizontal and use the one red that is already available. As Cat Pants out at 347, so is going to be out first. JB out at 4 minutes, and you got to wonder about wasting that one red virus or red pill rather. I know the difference. I swear I do. As Cat Pants doing more combo setups. Now, Cat Pants is a versus player by pedigree. Oh, that was a
Ooh.
misplay, though. That is going to slow her down. I was just going to say she's a versus player by pedigree and really uh, has those strong combo plans most of the time, just kind of something that she can throw back on. Hadn't used them very much so far, but whenever she has, it has turned out to be really, really solid for her. So, got to see if maybe she's going to start turning that on a little heavier to try to catch up here with JB.
Yeah, and unfortunately, just the pill pieces that she's getting, she's not really had much of an opportunity to clear things off completely. She's had to recreate the garbage multiple times. It looks like she is finally clear there, but that has given JB the opportunity to take we're now about a three virus lead. It was more just a few seconds ago, but JB also in a better position right now. Got pretty much everything set up for some easy removals. Well, Cat Pants board is a little scattered with where the pieces are, but shouldn't be too difficult to remove.
Yeah, this is actually a good setup for her. She needs to use the blues as much as she can, but knocking that yellow out of the way, getting it taken care of is going to be helpful. As JB now into level 9, he is just 37 viruses away from being able to take on Archer Lewis here in the finals. We'll see if that is what is going to happen, but Cat Pants trying to get back to where she can say something about that. Is going to try to get out of here, but so far the doctor and the pills not cooperating nearly as much as she would like.
Yeah, but she's going to be able to get out of this level finally. Here just needs one more red and out at a 610. I must have one at the bottom, 612, excuse me, but that's got her about 14 viruses back. Though looking at this board here, I see a plenty of opportunity to take off 2 or 3 viruses at a time. This is a very good combo board. If she can get a yellow rush early on, this could be a great way for her to get right back into this match.
And she's only got that one level to do so. As JB sitting on a struggle board,
Ooh.
there's a lot of double opportunities, but most of them are kind of floaty horizontals, and it's not ideal. He's making plans, making plays, but it's just not coming through quite in the way that he would like. As he is still about 15, 16 viruses ahead, but Cat Pants, if she can just get the yellows that she needs, we'll be able to catch up.
Yeah, I think originally that was a misflip over in column 5 that she's having to turn around to her advantage, but it's really slowed her down and pretty much, I think, sealed the deal on this one, unfortunately.
Yep. So JB just needing some red, some blue, some yellow. Always a great combo to be needing at the end of your board. And he is trying to break the sub 8. Had the double yellow there that would have caused that, but just needs 2 more yellows. There's one. And at an 8 minutes and 3 seconds, JB is joining Archer Lewis in the finals. GG's to both players. That was a heck of a match.